Hi guys, welcome back to another Spud Life video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a plant pot out of an old 5-litre beer keg like this one. This is Adnams dry hop lager beer keg, 5 litres. I think these probably are the coolest ones you can get, and I'm not just saying that because they're from Southwold, which if you don't know is where I used to play most of my rugby, and I love it there. This is an example of one I made earlier. It is a Hofmeister one. I think it's pretty cool. It's maybe not Adnams cool, but it's still pretty cool. And it shows you what I'm going to be doing. So basically all you need to do is cut the top off. That's pretty much it. In here there's some gravel as well, which obviously you probably don't need me to show you how to put gravel into a pot, but it is in there, and then you just put a plant in a normal grow pot on top of the gravel. I do have some ideas to make these self-watering, but I think I'll save that for another video before I poke my own eye out. So without further ado, let's crack on with actually making it. Join me on my floor. Okay, so the first thing to do is take yourself a marker and just mark around the inside where you're going to cut. I recommend cutting on the inside because that leaves this steel rim, which keeps a lot of that strength in the top of the pot. If you can't get through it because your tools just can't hack it, then you can go through the outside, which is a lot easier because this is aluminium and this is steel, and aluminium is a lot easier to cut through. So you can just go around the outside there, but you will lose a lot of that strength. I can squeeze this pretty much as hard as I can and it doesn't budge, which is obviously what we want if we want these things to last. If you don't really mind, just go around the outside, but that's up to you and depends on your tools as well. But I will say that this tool, this little rotary tool, is the cheapest one that you can buy. This isn't plugged in yet, so don't worry when I'm about to do this. These I did buy from Amazon. They were still only about £6, but they're diamond cutting blades, so they make it an awful lot easier to get through the steel. You could probably get away with just using the rubbish ones that they give you with the tool if you wanted to go through the outside. The next thing to do is to put earplugs in, because this gets very, very loud, and I didn't wear earplugs on the last one, and I couldn't hear for a little bit, so that was a mistake. Don't do it like this. This is a terrible idea, but this is the way I'm going to do it.
One eternity later.
There we go. Took about 15 minutes. You see there's still some beer left in there, but we've managed to get through the top. You see it's still pretty much just as strong. Maybe a little bit more flex, but still pretty strong. So I'm quite pleased with that one. It's going to look pretty cool with some sort of plant inside it, like that. Okay guys, so there we have it, a finished 5-litre keg plant pot. That's it, that's all you have to do. Cut the top off. I haven't thought of a use for this yet, so I'll probably just recycle it, but be careful, these are very sharp when they come out. So this is basically finished, and if you are an adult and you live on your own or just with other adults, you could probably leave it there. But just be careful of this inside cut edge. If you have kids or animals, probably a good idea to just sand that down, get rid of any burrs, just really soften that sharp edge just in case anyone puts their fingers, or if they're an animal, their tongue or something, or an ear, I don't know, whatever animals do. Suppose it depends on the animal. Just sand that down and that will keep everyone nice and safe. The other thing I might do to this one is just spray the inside of that cut edge with some anti-rust paint, because I think this is steel. Well, I know it's steel, it's steel. It's actually already started to rust, which is something we don't want, and a little bit of anti-rust spray will probably just stop that from happening and keep these in good nick for a little bit longer. All you need to do then is put some gravel in the bottom and put a plant pot on top of that gravel. You can just fill this with soil. It's probably not the best idea because there's no drainage holes in it, and you could be at risk of root rot if you overwater, which a lot of people do. It's actually more common to overwater your house plants than to underwater them. And basically what happens is the soil in here would gradually saturate with water, and then the roots would just be sat in water. And contrary to what a lot of people think, roots don't really like that. They need oxygen as well, and without that oxygen, fungus can grow, the roots will rot, the roots will die, then eventually the plant will die. So I recommend a bit of gravel, a plastic plant pot on top. We'll keep these going for longer. It will probably keep your plants a lot healthier as well. But apart from that, you can do what you like with it. I think it's pretty cool. It's a good way to use something that you otherwise would just throw away or recycle. That's the gist of it. They're quite heavy, which is quite nice for tall plants. I think they look better with slightly taller plants, but maybe with the one I've just made, I'll put something trailing in like a porthos and see what that looks like. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Please like this video, please subscribe. Normally I post things about potatoes, but I'm going to start posting more stuff on this channel about not just potatoes, but houseplants, making stuff, I don't know, whatever I'm interested in. So if you're interested in what I'm interested in, you don't know yet, take a chance, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.